From VR to AI to gaming, these are the hottest tech trends at the Consumer Electronics Show 2020. Oh yeah, and this is where I do my regular CES annual dance. CES, woo! Yeah, woo! One of my favorite places at CES 2020 is not just the innovation in television. Yes, there's an 8K TV behind me, but imagine a TV that adjusts whether you're watching your content in vertical or horizontal mode. And you're thinking, well, why would I watch anything like this? Well, if you're watching an Instagram video or if you are using Facebook Portal, there's times where your television needs to adjust where you don't have the bars on the side of your screen. Come on over here. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Now, these are all televisions that are available beginning this year. And you're going to see in a moment that this television behind me is not only spectacular in terms of display, but watch what it does and how it rotates in a moment. Look at this. Oh, turn for me, baby. Turn for me. Oh. All right, let's move to one of my favorite augmented reality rooms. And guys, I apologize if the audio goes into different levels of quality. It's just based on me walking around and the different mics I've been wearing over the course of the last few days. If you've ever sat in one of those rides where there's a movie component or IMAX or anything where the seats move with you, all of that is a major trend at the Consumer Electronics Show for both virtual reality and then augmented reality. Some new graphics package where things move and they respond to you, and the days of grabbing for a control are over. Now, obviously, when you bring the combination of AI and VR and CS and gaming and bass and those subwoofers that you hear over there behind me, there's a whole rumble of excitement at Consumer Electronics Show, which is very hard to articulate. And while this might not be something you own anytime soon, the way you are elevating sound to bring that into your household with different components, and then on top of that, for tournament gaming and for a lot of the more expensive gaming that some of us are privileged to do at conventions, this is the be-all and end-all for many of us as well. Now, I've been doing a lot of the autonomous driving vehicles at the Consumer Electronics Show where they're taking me from point A to point B. And while we're not all going to have autonomous vehicles in the next few years that replace our regular vehicles, one of the things they all have inside, especially the BMWs, is this technology where if you use your finger, you can turn the stereo on or adjust the thermostats. Now, imagine that in vending machine situations, if you're using an entertainment system. And what's behind me right now is just that. Now, this is virtual touch, and if you look, based on where you're standing on the camera, you can actually select without touching the screen. Now, I know you're thinking, well, that's awesome. I don't understand how I'm going to use that. Well, first of all, you're not touching a screen, so the cut down of germs is incredible, right? A lot of germ transfers occur when our fingers and someone else's fingers and all those germs happen to appear on screens. But to be able to switch, it's easy, and it's something that you can do on the fly. It also further prohibits using any type of device while you're driving. If you're just going like this and like that, you're not trying to precisely touch a button. So this is one of the things that we will see in play everywhere, and I love this. Oh, and I should mention, if you watched my Facebook report the other day, Travelocity had a big presence at the Consumer Electronics Show, and a lot of the virtual reality components you're seeing tied to travel, real estate, home tours, engineering, design. So not every time you see this does it mean it has anything to do with gaming. And for those of you that missed my YouTube live cast on Thursday, where I demonstrated the toilet paper robot. I mean, I didn't actually use it on myself, but this was something that had a lot of people talking. I think it's one of the most strange, bizarre, useless gadgets where a robot gets you toilet paper, and it was strangely positioned near the electric toothbrush displays this year. But as we discussed the health tech, a lot of which was separate at the Sands Expo versus the Las Vegas Convention Center side of CES, I was very impressed by smart scales and ways. By the way, all these deals are going to be on mattsdailydeals.com. Smaller components of what you see right now. If you guys caught me live on Wednesday when I did the brain massage chair, that was a very popular product in the Consumer Electronics Show. The Digisouls that monitor neurodegenerative disease from your feet. and a lot of interesting pieces of tech tied to health, just dominating. Let's make our way to the vehicles, because I really want to focus on a lot of the enhanced speech recognition, which was the component of the smart car this year that a lot of people celebrated. If you saw my Amazon tour earlier this week, I showed the Amazon Alexa voice service enabled in vehicles and the smart speech where you're getting next level control. Still not a fully autonomous ride, but next level control. Very popular for both commercial, industrial, and enhancements to vehicles you may already have. If you have any type of enhanced cruise control, a lot of the devices that now allow cars to communicate amongst each other, not too far off in the future from being something we can purchase as mainstream consumers. And yes, that apply to bikes and many of the Segway products. We're going to make our way over to drones in a moment, but the AI pilot and then the LiDAR, which is the automotive ways that cars communicate with both the world around them and traffic lights, just a phenomenal focus of the Consumer Electronics Show this year. There is no doubt in my mind that my daughter, when she learns to drive, and any other future kids I have, will be doing so on roads where many of the vehicles are fully autonomous, if not semi-autonomous. So, yeah, very exciting to see. When you think of cars at CES, tires and wheels and companies like Bridgestone might not come to mind, but that was a little bit of a different visual this year for bicycles and personal mobility devices and cars and even planetary exploration. We'll get to that in a moment, but a higher level of efficiency tied to your tires in ways that wheels can now move above bumps and road issues and all sorts of construction in the days where a flat tire is no longer anything. Well, that's, according to Bridgestone, just a few months away from being a reality. Now, it's unlikely that these are going to be the wheels and tires that you see on your vehicle anytime soon, but they are being mass produced, and on the vehicles of the future, which by some standards are 2021, a flat on the middle of a highway is no longer going to be a phenomenon, and things like moon exploration are going to be done in different ways with partnerships between brands like Toyota, Bridgesport, and look at this car, the future right here. This is, how cool is this? Autonomous driving tour vehicles. Again, not those double-decker buses, but things that look precisely at what you see right now on your screen. Imagine being able to see different parts of the world. Imagine this being a carpool, right? I mean, we see these options on Lyft and Uber and other transportation apps, but imagine something like this, picking you up and then taking you to where you need to be. Oh, so incredible. Now, I did have a chance to look at some of the senior transportation for those living with accessibility issues or those who are using scooters right now. And I, to be honest, didn't see a whole lot of advancement between this year and last year, but it was again, a popular topic. And this is the interior of one of the cars, not far from the Amazon exhibit, where the Amazon Alexa voice service equipped trucks and vehicles in ways where, yeah, look at this right here. Engineless battery self-driving vehicles, very popular. Automated package delivery through services like Amazon. These are some of the motorcycles and the scooters. Look at this. And this is the drone, the drone of all drones, the largest drone that I've ever seen at the Consumer Electronics Show. This was so exciting. A lot of people watched this, but yeah, this is perhaps the future of air travel. Look over here. Yeah. They travel fast, they travel high, they travel without pilots, and they are a far cry from many of the drones that I've tested in the years past, where you're holding a remote control and it's flying above your head. This is a completely different era of travel. Now, before we move to a different area of the Consumer Electronics Show, I thought I would just showcase some cool products and stats with you. Just the 4,400 exhibitors from across CES that launch products every year right here in Las Vegas. Too many to mention, but the drones, the sporting products, the transformative tech announcements where 20,000 new products at CES are tied to transportation. Kind of incredible, right? Look at this. These are the futuristic pieces of audio and vehicle tech and VR. That's another shot of the drone with the Uber partnership. 5G AI robotics, smart cities, more of a focus this year than ever. This is the Samsung display, very cool to see. These are some of the smart suitcases. And with a reminder that not every piece of tech is what you would commonly call tech. A reminder that this year at CES, food was considered tech with the Impossible plant-based pork products debuting right here. I actually had a chance to test and try this, and it tasted exactly like meat.
And a lot of familiar faces at CES 2020. Nintendo Switch, a very interesting presence here. There's no VR, there's no changes. This is the same Nintendo Switch which I've given away on my YouTube channel many times, where the accessories, sort of back to core, back to basics, is a big trend at the Consumer Electronics Show, in addition to all of these really highly futuristic advanced gaming systems, which, of course, define CES. Many of you have also seen a lot of Nintendo Switches and thumbnails, and you've accused me of clickbait. I've actually had deals on them and then they've disappeared and no one changed the thumbnail in time. So the Switch has also been a source of hate on this YouTube channel. But again, working to find more deals on this in the coming year, very important to me. And of course, sorry about all that. Okay. And there are deals at CES. For example, if you stand in the right place at the right time, you can save money. You can score a discount. And a lot of the products that you see right here don't taunt me. Oh, you are shipping today. Yes. This is a place for people that want to save money, that want to explore tech, and the benefits that follow long after the show wraps up. MattsDailyDeals.com is where I have you covered. Yeah, this is how they're selling stuff this year. I don't even know what she's selling. But when you bring the power of AI to the Consumer Electronics Show, it's not just these random faces. Right, it's so weird, but that's what people are responding to. And in the gaming community, which is actually a huge group of women influencers and all of the gamers that dominate Twitch, many of which are women, I'm not quite sure what's going on here. I feel like there should be a guy beside her as well, but this is what we're seeing at CES. This is what people are picking up on, and this is at least how a lot of displays are able to bring you in. Look, there's a shoe. It says best deal, 20% off. If you've ever watched me before, you'll know that 20% off is actually like the worst deal. The interesting thing is when we are shopping as consumers, a lot of us are choosing between Linksys or Wemo or Belkin. And here, it's almost as though they're all part of the same company, right? Look at this display. Each of the brands intermingled. The smart home display behind me, Wemo, and then you go a foot and it's Belkin. And the interesting thing about the Consumer Electronics Show is a lot of brands that would otherwise be competing are in fact working together to produce the same result. And those are the interconnected homes. Those are the smart devices. Those are the web infrastructure, because Wemo and Belkin understand that if you've got a good router from Linksys, all of their products will function better. And that cross-compatibility is a huge trend this year, where in years past, a lot of the high-tech smart home companies have kind of been at odds. Now on MattsDailyDeals.com, I've got gadgets inspired by CES and then the actual devices that you see here, which are all going to be on sale in the weeks to come. And if there's one big takeaway message this year, in addition to the interconnected cities and the brands working together rather than these oppositional states from years past, it's what's old is new again. It's getting a glossy new facade. Its internal components are getting an update. But everything we've been doing for the last several decades is just being reimagined for the new generations. And that is such a phenomenal thing for me to see. As a parent, as someone that's going to have kids that are embracing technology in new ways long after I'm gone, CES shows me what they're going to be doing, and it shows them what I've already done. So I hope you guys had an amazing time at the Consumer Electronics Show. Please remember, this is not something I just do once a year like Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I'm here saving you money on the tech that you care about year round, and it would be an honor to have you as part of my journey well beyond the Consumer Electronics Show. So if you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, this is what you can do. Click on my head right here. That will subscribe you to this channel. If you need help turning on your notifications or leaving a comment, click here. And that last big roundup of deals I did, right over here.